Buddy, it is April the 8th. You know what that means. Solar eclipse. The solar eclipse. The solar eclipse. You know, if you read everything you see on social media, ATMs are going to shut down. We're going to be dark for 5 days. Jesus is coming back, which he is. It could be today. Other things are going to happen. So this could be a big day. Calipari could leave the Kentucky Wildcats. What? He did. Oh my goodness. So the eclipse is already having an effect. Isn't that crazy? I woke up to that news this morning and I'm like, wow, if this were April Fool's Day, this would really be something. But think about it. If April Fool's Day, the eclipse, Calipari leaving Kentucky, all that happened in one day. Wow. That wouldn't that be crazy? It would be. All right. But anyway, so here we are this morning. Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Today's the day. Now, I know a lot has been made about the eclipse. It will be this way all day. No matter what channel you change it to, it's going to be eclipse. Unless you're watching one of those channels that it's like they don't give a flip. They're just going to keep running their shows. Who cares? At least you have an escape from it. But it is a big deal. I mean, it's a big deal. It is. I can remember a few years ago, 2017 was a big deal. And that's when we had totality, full eclipse of the sun here in Bowling Green in Southern Kentucky. That was when we were in the direct path. Here, we're going to be a little east of the path. And so it's not going to be what I call total totality. There will be that few moments at around 2 p.m. this afternoon when it's going to get dark and temperatures are going to take about a 5 to 10 degree fall in temperature. And we're going to be able to look at the spectacle that it is. But if anything else happens beyond that, I don't know. And I really don't care. There are people that are taking advantage of you on social media, and I hope you've spotted these things already to say that this is going to happen and that's going to happen and this is going to go down and that's going to go down. And it's like, please just enjoy the spectacle that it is. It's there. It's going to happen. It's going to be another 24, almost 25 years before it happens again in the United States. But these eclipses happen every 2 to 3 years all around the world. It's just that we don't see them. This is not like it's going to be another 25 years before this happens. No, that's not true. It's true for the United States, but not true for the rest of the world. There are eclipses all the time. So don't buy into this is your only chance hoopla and that other things are going to happen like Y2K. ATMs are going to shut down. You're not going to be able to do business. It's going to stay dark for 5 days and all that kind of stuff. You know what? The only person that knows that is God himself. He did not appoint you to go out there and scare people and tell them that that's going to happen and this is going to happen. And you're somehow some kind of prophet that seems to know the day and the hour. Okay. As long as that's out of the way and we all understand each other, right? Okay. If you don't, then you need to get off of this podcast. And there is a place over in Hopkinsville, a nice, beautiful old building that you probably need to be in right now. I'm just saying. All right. Was that unkind? Was that a little harsh? Okay, good. That's the way it was meant to be. Look, I have enough of dealing with, anyway, never mind. We're going to move on. Here's the way it looks right now. And I know the big question with you guys today, and me too, is this thing, are we going to be able to see it? Yes, I think we will. I think we will. But as you know, we had thunderstorms overnight. Some of us did. I woke up. I'm like, was that thunder? Then all of a sudden I saw a flash of lightning, heard some thunder and heavy rain. We had a nice little thunderstorm overnight last night. It wasn't severe, but it was a good little storm. And this morning we're seeing sun, yes, but we're also seeing clouds, as I predicted we would see today. Hello, neighbor, going down the street. Uh, so looking at the Plano cam, we have some clouds, but we would still be able to see the eclipse. If the clouds are like this, we're going to be okay. You'd still be able to see the eclipse. And it's still going to get dark for those few minutes around 2 o'clock this afternoon. You would still be able to see the eclipse. And there is the view from our AAA Systems downtown live cam. You see there, you still see a blue sky, still see the clouds. And if it's like this, we're going to be okay. You'll still be able to see it. Maybe not perfectly, but we're going to have a few clouds around anyway. So I still think at 2 o'clock this afternoon, there's a trough that's sitting over the area. I'll show you that in a second. That trough is going to keep at least a few clouds around this afternoon at the time of the eclipse, leading up to and even after, during and after. And by the way, let me just say this, for those of you that are, you know, have misconceptions about the glasses. Where did I do with my? Okay, they're way over there. I'm not going to go get them. But anyway, I've got the glasses. Like many of you have paid, $5 or whatever to go get the glasses. They've been in every store everywhere. That's great. You need those. But here's the misconception about the glasses. You don't need the glasses when there's totality. When it's the the moon is covering the sun and the moon's shadow, Cat Stevens, is covering the earth. I played that song on my show this morning, by the way. Um, you need it before, leading up to totality, and after. It is those times when the moon's shadow starts to cover part of the sun, and just that sun is breaking through. That's when you need those glasses, because that's the worst part of the whole thing. And when there's totality, you're okay in some parts of the country. In some parts, you're not going to get, you need to be aware that you still need to keep them on. But if those few moments when there's just total darkness, and the temperature will go down about 5 to 10 degrees when this happens, you're okay for a few minutes. Take them off, get your phone up there, take video, take snapshots, whatever you want to do. But when the sun starts to come back out and that moment that it peeps right behind the moon shadow, that's when it can do the most damage to your eyes. Keep that in mind. Okay. That's very important that you know that and you follow those instructions. And don't just point your phone, open up your camera, point your phone up there and just, oh, okay, I've got it. You can mess this thing up for good if you're not careful. I'm just saying, you got to be careful. Eyes more importantly than your phone. I don't want your eyes ruined with all this, but it's going to be a big day. We're going to see what happens. There could be a shower or two this afternoon that pops up, even during that time. We'll just have to wait and see how this plays out. All right, let's take a look at the Kentucky Mesonet network this morning, and it's a mild start to what is going to be a nice and warm day, because we've had the warm front come through. That was why we had thunderstorms last night. The warm front made its way through, and now the result is warmer air. And it's nice this morning. Look at all those 60s. Now, we're going to get up into the 70s today, but at the moment of totality, you will see about a 5 to 10 degree drop in temperature and you'll be able to watch it. If you're on the Kentucky Mesonet page like I am right now, you'll be able to watch it happen. It's so cool. Now look at this. See this graph? Okay. This is at the Warren County Farm. This is the farm website, or where the sensor is located at the Ag Expo, Western's Ag Expo Farm. Okay. So now you can see the temperature on the left-hand side, the day, the time of the day, and you see we're going up in temperature, dew point, all that kind of stuff. You'll be able to see when this thing reaches 2 o'clock this afternoon, you'll be able to see the temperatures going up, 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 up. Then all of a sudden, crash by about 5 or 10 degrees. That's going to be cool to see. And maybe this is something you'll want to keep, for your kids or grandkids and say, back in 2024, it got up to like 75, 76 degrees. And then when the eclipse happened, the temperatures dropped by like 5 to 10 degrees. Look at this chart. The Kentucky Mesonet network picked it up. That's going to be cool. I'm just saying I geek out about stuff like that. It really is. It really is something to watch. So you'll be able to watch it, be a part of it. As you know, all the networks you see, Weather Channel, all of them, they're going bananas over this today. But it's sure. I'll kind of be glad when it's over, but it's like I've got other stuff to do besides the eclipse. But it's going to be neat. It's going to be neat. We're going to do live coverage today on News 40. And of course, the networks, we're part of a network. We're going to be part of that whole deal today. So, yes, you'll be able to see live coverage of all of it on NBC 40, CBS 40, News 40 at noon. I'm going to have Ron Kistler. Many of you know Ron from all of his years working with WKU's Hardin Planetarium. He's going to be our expert because I'm not an expert. I'm a weatherman. He's the expert on the planets and the solar system and that whole deal, you know. And he was the guy, if you were watching me back in 2017 when I covered the eclipse live on another channel, he was with me. That's the guy that was with me. He's coming back to be with me today on News 40. So we will be giving you live play-by-play coverage of the solar games that will be going on today, and we'll be streaming it. I won't be here. I won't be here on the Sam channel because I'll be on television, but we'll be streaming it to WNKY.com, to the weather app and our apps, to social media. We'll be doing all of that. So you'll be able to follow along later today to follow the eclipse. So we'll have it for you. All right. Let's take a look at the weather and what it's going to do. Notice here that we've got a little bit more of a breeze today than we had maybe yesterday. And that's because we're getting into this next system that's going to start to work in here. You got a taste of it last night with some of the thunderstorms that popped along the warm front. The warm front is now you can kind of see it right there, just kind of north of the Ohio River. It's a little bit warmer. The winds are coming up from the south, and that's what's going to help us warm into the 70s today. Winds are not bad right now, but they may ramp up a little bit more later. Let's check the radar. And here you see leftovers from not only what we had last night and early this morning, but you can see now Gulf moisture is starting to take hold. And we've got this steady stream of moisture coming up from the south. You go down to Florence, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, over to McMinnville, Crossville, Cookville, east of Nashville and southeast of Bowling Green, Dale Hollow Lake, and Lake Cumberland. That's where we're seeing showers and maybe a couple of lightning strikes, not seeing a whole lot going on this morning. So Now let's take a look at satellite. Now there's a trough west of us. And here's why I say right now it looks good. But by 2 o'clock this afternoon, I'm looking for this band of cloud cover to move right over Bowling Green. This is where the trough exists this morning. And look, in this high definition, you can see contrails. See that? This is where jet planes are going over. They're not spraying us, for crying out loud. They're not spraying us. It's condensation in the atmosphere. Why do I have to keep telling you people this? The government is not spraying us, please. No, I have to correct people on this all the time. Get that piece of aluminum foil off your head and please use some common sense. This is weather, okay? There's condensation in the air. You're seeing clouds. You're going to see a little bit of a break with the sun coming through. This band of clouds are going to move east, okay? So we are going to see, I think, some high, thin cirrus clouds as the eclipse is happening around 2 o'clock this afternoon. I'm hoping that it's not going to be all the way cloudy. I think it's going to be a lot like what we're seeing right now. Okay. Like this. It's going to be a lot like that we're seeing on the Plano cam right now. Yeah, I do. I really think it's going to be close to that, if not even better. But as far as it being really cloudy, really rainy, or anything like that, I don't believe so. We'll just have to see how that's a trough that's out, a little disturbance kicking off those clouds. We're just going to have to wait and see if it sits right over us or if it allows enough room for either way. You're going to see it. I think we're going to be just fine. I really do. Okay, let's move on. Golly, time just gets away. I'm sorry. I keep I keep saying I'm going to go shorter on these things now that severe weather's over. This is over, that's over. Then there's something else to talk about. There's been a lot to talk about lately with the weather. Here we go. Um, so here's a look at temperatures, the model blender over the coming 10 days. You know what's absent from this? One of the little winters. One of the little winters. I don't see one in this 7-day forecast. There's a little bit of a chilly spell that may come Thursday night, Friday morning, Friday night, Saturday morning. Yeah. But look, 60s, 70s, and even 80s showing up through the middle part of April. We're going to go 75, maybe 76 today. And then you're going to see that 5 to 10 degree drop in temperature at peak time around 2 o'clock this afternoon when that happens, the eclipse. That's not bad. And then the next few days up and down 60s, 70s, and that's because of the rain. We're going to get a lot of rain for the rest of the week. Just count on it. After today, rain every single day of the week that you see there up until the weekend. Then the weekend, it starts to clear out. And then we repeat things, but even warmer into next week. So, yeah, um, I think we're going to be just fine in that regard. So let's look at the maps and I can show you timing of the rain, timing of even how it applies to the eclipse. Here we go. Okay. Uh, I was just noticing somebody saying, okay, Barbara, can't watch it, couldn't find the glasses for it. They're everywhere. Eclipse glasses everywhere. They're not sold out. They're everywhere. In fact, there'll probably be several thousand of them left over. Walmart, drugstores, gas stations, you name it. Those solar eclipse glasses are everywhere. everywhere. You still have time to go get some. Okay. Here's a look at the map. We're going to see there's that trough, that disturbance west of us, some fog this morning. There was a dense fog advisory in effect for Western Kentucky. Some of that you saw on the visible satellite is showing up. Rain showers, I showed you that on the radar to the east. So let's go through time. Let's go to 1 o'clock this afternoon. And look, we're good. We're good. Shouldn't be anything in here to block out the eclipse, except for maybe a few clouds. But I still think you're going to be able to see it through mainly high and thin cirrus clouds. There may be a few mid-level clouds in there from time to time, but I don't think it's going to be cloudy like it's been the last few days. I think it's going to be thin enough cloud cover for you to see it, the eclipse. Here we go to 7 o'clock tonight. That's when the moisture starts to take over, and we start to see the first wave of shower and thunderstorm activity into Tuesday morning. We could have a replay of what we had last night with the thunderstorm or some showers in the middle of the night. Nothing severe. There's no severe weather in this. There may be a strong thunderstorm. There may be some briefly heavy rain, but the next few days is this right here. Nothing but rain. The front back here to the west is going to stall. High pressure to the east blocking it. So it's just going to sit there, and the moisture is going to come in and come in and come in, and it's going to come in waves. But those of you looking to mow your yard, I'd just put it off. Unless you can get it done this morning before the eclipse and before the rain moves in tonight, because then it's going to be several days where you can tell your wife, I can't mow the yard, honey. It's too wet. No, I'm going to have to wait. See, I'm giving you an excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to serve you and to make your life better. 7 o'clock tomorrow night, rain, thunderstorms. Some of the rainfall could be heavy at times. And look, the front it just sits there. This is Wednesday. Round upon round of rain. We could pick up anywhere from, 2 to 4 inches of rain. It's possible between now and the end of the week. And then the low finally gets some forward momentum, and it's going to sit right over Bowling Green in southern Kentucky on Thursday. Now, there may be a little more instability with this as we get into Thursday. So, yeah, there's that. There could be a better chance of thunderstorms Thursday. Here we go into Friday. The system finally begins to pull away, and we see some partial clearing just in time for the weekend. Here's Saturday, and here's Sunday. There's Monday. But this week, bleh, rain, 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 lots of rain all week long. So there is that. I want to show one more thing that I was just thinking about. Let me call up because I just thought about it. I should have thought about it before I got all my ducks in a row here. Let me show you projected rainfall. Okay. Let me get out of this. Hold on with me one more second. Got a lot of people in here interested in the eclipse and the weather. So let me show you this as far as rainfall, projected rainfall. Here we go. Got it. Now look at this. Next few days. Look at that. This is between now and Saturday. Between today and Saturday. How much rainfall? Look at the red zone. 3 to 4 inches of rain over southern Kentucky. Wow. That's, yeah, a lot of rain. You're right, Homer. It's a lot of rain. Um, flooding, Are we concerned? There might be some issues with some heavy rain and maybe, runoff issues. But here's the thing, this is going to come in waves. It's not going to come all at once. So that may save us from having a flood issue. But I can tell you the rivers, the creeks, the streams are all going to go up over the next several days. When you get 3 to 4 inches of rain, that's going to be a problem, especially for those of you that are farmers who are trying to control the amount of mud and water in your fields. Yes, we need a good drink of water. We're kind of sort of in a drought situation. It's been a little bit to stay on pace. We don't need 3 to 4 inches of rain, but that's what we're going to get. So, but it's not all going to come at once, which is awesome. So I don't foresee any real big flooding issues, but there's going to be a lot of rain this week. So that's it. All right. Again, do not come here for eclipse coverage. I will not be doing it on the Sam channel. Okay. But I will be at News 40 and I will be at NBC, CBS 40 online at WNKY.com. And on the social media pages, you'll be able to see it all live and in living color, as we used to say in television. Have a great day. I hope you get a good shot of the eclipse. Protect the eyes. Number one, protect the eyes. Then number two, protect the phone. But get a good shot of it today and enjoy nature's finest. The wonders of the world. It is a wonder of the world. It really is. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.